But today, it's all about April meetings. With the draft falling on the 23rd this year, the schedule really feels like it's about a week tighter. There probably are getting to be some conflicts with pro days, with workout cleanup still taking place. 2 weeks to get the board right, start working on those UDFA stacks. Again, all that's really starting probably today. So again, teams are really getting back into the building. New head coaches get things started this week as a number of teams get back together for some OTAs. So again, you're balancing a lot of things if you got that new head coach and you get that extra time. Either way, this is really the week where teams have everyone back in the building, from strength staff, coaching staff, player development, scouts. Everybody is back in the building. If you could have an opinion on a player in the draft, on your roster, on your 90-man, that person should be back in the building, unless you're maybe doing a little bit of cleanup, a day here, a day there. Meetings are happening. Everything is getting right post free agency. Again, for teams that are really churning that roster, free agency may have changed the draft board a little bit. Maybe you hit a player, maybe you missed a player. Again, I think the Baltimore Ravens in that edge position, maybe that's bumped back up the board based on where we were at a month ago with the free agency stuff. But again, teams are really going to start to drill in on what night one and really day one and day two, first 3 rounds of the NFL draft to look like. As scouts get to know their new coaching staff, again, relationships are renewed. Maybe you're switching a cross-check position. Maybe you are just getting to know a completely new staff, new scheme, new focus, new position, ideals. The clarity of the draft plan has to come into play. Has to be clear. Again, you're going to start moving players up and down the board, going from, again, maybe 300 players on the draft board. Let's get that number down to 200 players. Real common, 150, 200 draftable players on a team's draft board rounds 1. You're probably going to have 15 to 20 players with kind of that type of grade. Day 2, you're going to get a good group. That day 3 board is where you really start to clean it up. For some teams, really the Ron Wolftree film becomes a major part of the next 2 weeks as scouts. Oftentimes coaches want to watch and discuss players of interest who are in major consideration. If there's really wild grade debates, if there are things we're still trying to answer questions on, if it's a player we really like, let's get them nailed down to exactly where we think they're going to go and where we think we could potentially take them. Again, some of the great conversations when scouts, coaches, even scouts to scouts see players differently. Hey, let's get everything out on the table. It's not about being right or being wrong at this point. It's about having everything out on the table, letting your decision makers decide what is priority, what is not priority. Again, you can have really, really good, really civil, sometimes they get a little bit uncivil conversations on all these players. But again, at the end of the day, you've got to feel really good. Again, whether you agree or disagree, you got to know where the team ultimately likes or doesn't like that player, where they're going to fall on the draft board, where we would be comfortable taking them.